First Ground Yoga video. We'll get started right away. This sequence is set to reclaim the present moment and really play with the mantra that's empowering and also just acknowledges that we do have a choice where our energy flows, especially in times where we feel stuck or are really ready for that next step, how we can support ourselves in that way. So we'll go ahead and get started. You'll need a blanket or a pillow, any size, small or medium is fine, and you'll just keep that close by folded. I'm actually going to go ahead and pull my blanket in and place it underneath my hips, so you can feel free to do so as well. We're going to put the opposite foot in front of the one that you normally do. So go ahead and whichever one feels kind of funky in front, that's where we'll begin. And we'll find our cross-legged seat, hands face down on the knees or palms face up, your choice. And let's just show up as we are, maybe closing the eyes or softening the gaze. And noticing if you feel a little wonky or off, just having this opposite leg in front. And what this does is when we step out of our comfort zone and we try new things, they don't always feel good the first time. So this is a way we can make small movements to start rewiring the brain to be prepared for shifts and change. We'll start bringing more awareness to our breath by lengthening the inhale, extending our exhale. And we'll ask the simple question, how am I feeling today? Let whatever is rising rise, emotions or sensations, words. We'll take one deep breath to take those in. And an exhale, let's let that go. Let's open our eyes. The left hand's going to come down to the ground beside of us, or left fingertips, your choice. We'll inhale to send the right hand up towards the sky. Uncrumpling the right side body here to start, just looking up, opening the heart. Inhale. And then a big exhale. We'll journey with that right hand further over towards the left side. Keeping grounded through the right hip crease, the right sits bone, the right knee. As we lengthen through the hip, the side body, the shoulder, all the way through to our right fingertips. Keeping the neck nice and long. One more breath in. And exhale, we'll cartwheel all the way to the other side. Right hand plants down. Reach the left fingertips up first. Gazing up towards the stars, the sky. And exhale, journeying over. Left fingertips come over towards the right. Maybe finding some soft, easy movement here that feels good. Pulsing. Anchoring through that left hip crease. And then we'll slowly cartwheel it back to center. We're going to synchronize our breath and our movement. Just a way to kind of synchronize the mind and body here, to really dig deep and get grounded before we move into some more poses. So we'll inhale, palms face the sky, we reach up, palms press together overhead, and the big exhale, palms face down, we sit up a little taller, fingertips touch the ground. Inhale, send the palms up towards the sky. Giant namaste. Exhale, palms face down. Inhaling, reaching the hands up. Keep going, look up. Find your own rhythm. Exhaling nice and slow. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling nice and slow. And next time your hands are all the way up and overhead, stay there for just a breath. Inhaling to lengthen through all four sides of the torso. And then we're going to exhale, big twist towards the left side. Right hand comes to left knee, left hand comes behind. We'll inhale deep into the belly here, and maybe exhaling to twist a little further, looking past our left shoulder. Great, we'll release that, coming back to center, returning to our sun breath, inhaling to reach the palms up towards the sky, kissing together overhead. Exhale, open twist towards the right this time, left hand to right knee, right hand comes behind. Inhale down into the belly, set up nice and tall. And exhale, look past your right shoulder, ringing out through the spine. And we'll come back to center with that. Hands are going to come together at heart center. We'll close the eyelids for just a moment. We will be playing with the mantra, I choose. Today we will be stirring up the pot a little bit, connecting with our core and our heart space. This can stir up and cause some chaos to go on. So we will anchor in the mantra, I choose to let go of, or I choose to ground down in blank, and let your heart or your mind, whatever, fill in the blank there. Sometimes we simply need to just let go, and other times we need to ground into something to take action. We'll drop the chin toward the chest to honor that intention, and we'll allow the hands to come back on top of the knees. We're going to switch legs, so opposite leg in front of the other this time. You might shake out through the feet before finding your hands back on your knees. And we'll do some hip circles here by inhaling to send the heart forward, elbows back, and then exhaling to make the journey around, leveraging your hands on your knees so you can tuck your chin in as you come around and back. Big, soft, easy movement here. Stirring up the pot. And when you're ready, we'll reverse your circle, thinking cat-cow in these positions for a spinal flexion. Notice what the body's telling you here. What sensations, what places you might want to stay in a little longer. And your circle will become smaller and smaller until we come back to a straight spine. And we'll come forward onto all fours. And you can move your blanket or your pillow to the side. We'll meet in tabletop position. Go ahead and spread the fingers wide. Really claw through all 10 fingertips. Shoulders are over our wrists. Our hips are over our knees. And now see if you can bring some awareness to the feet and the shins, pressing into all 10 toenails. Hugging that lower body in just gently to lengthen through the back of the neck and get that nice long line. From the tip of the toe all the way to the crown. We'll take one breath in, one breath out in tabletop. And then we'll curl the toes under, inhale, drop the belly, look forward. And exhale, hips up high and back, downward facing dog. For your first dog, go ahead and soften through the knees, the feet. Really ground down though through the fleshy part of the thumb, between the thumb and the forefinger. And just pedal out through the feet again if that feels nice. Sending the hips all the way up towards the sky as high as you can.
dropping the heels down. We'll take a big inhale here through the nose and out through the mouth. And a slow walk on your exhale to the top of the mat. We'll meet in a forward fold. Maybe grasping opposite elbows for a beat. And same breath as before, the big sun breath we started with. We'll inhale, send the hands out to our sides, palms face up. We'll reach up towards the sky, big stretch up, looking up. And then exhale, swan diving forward, sun breath down. Hinging at the hips, forward fold. We'll inhale to halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Hands come to the thighs, the knees, or even the shins. And we'll exhale to bow all the way down. Inhale to bend through the knees, step the right foot back, dropping onto the right knee for low lunge. Option to keep the back foot toes curled under or come on to the top of the back foot. We'll open the heart forward, come light on the fingertips. Make sure left knee is over left ankle. We'll plant the right palm down on an inhale and then exhale to reach the left hand up towards the sky. Inhale here, fill up the belly. Exhale, left hand comes back down. We plant it, slide the left toes back. We'll curl the toes under and then walk the hands back towards the thighs, coming into a hero variation onto our toes. Palms are going to come face up in our lap. This is hard work, guys, so if your toes, your feet are speaking to you in this, we're going to practice just being present with that, breathing. Just even if it's for a couple breaths, you can always flip onto the tops of the feet if that feels better for you today. Wherever you are, let's just see if we can be present with a little bit of uncomfort or discomfort. Excuse me. Inhaling here. And exhaling, we'll slowly walk back out to tabletop, flipping onto the tops of the feet if you're not there already, and giving your tops of your feet a tap on the ground. Letting the toe joints come back to normal. All right, back in our tabletop, we anchor down through our hands and our feet and our shins to look forward, drop the belly, inhale. Exhale, doming up through the back body. We curl the toes under, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal it out here, finding nice, easy movement. Inhale through the nose and big exhale through the mouth. Slow walk up to the top of the mat. We'll meet in a forward fold. Big sun breath, inhaling, palms face up towards the sky. And a big exhale, diving forward, all the way back down. Inhaling, halfway lift, your choice, reaching your crown away from your hips. Exhaling to bow, we bend the knees. Stepping our left foot back this time, coming onto our left knee, right knee over right ankle. As we become light on the fingertips and open the heart towards the front of the mat. Big breath in, choosing a place for that back foot, either on the top of the foot or toes curled under. Inhale and exhale, nice and smooth. We'll plant the left hand down, inhale to reach the right hand up towards the sky, big twist. 2 breaths here. Last exhale, we'll unwind, coming back, sliding that right foot back. This time we'll bring our big toes to touch, knees as wide as your mat. We'll sit the hips back, walk the hands forward, melt the heart, the head down to meet the earth below. Invite in some surrender, some release. Use your breath. And we'll return to our mantra, I choose. I choose to let go. I choose to ground in. We'll take one more big breath in here, and on your exhale, we'll come all the way back up, pressing into the feet, the hands to tabletop position. This time, inhaling to drop the belly, look forward. We'll exhale back to downward facing dog, curling the toes under. Deep breath in through the nose, deep breath out through the mouth, and downward dog, hips up high. One more breath in, and on your exhale, lock the hands back towards the feet. And from here, we'll begin to sit the hips back, just slightly, really bending through the knees to get a good stretch in the lower back body. And then we'll let that go, maybe sending the hips up towards the sky a little bit. We'll inhale to trace the fingers over towards the left side of the mat, big stretch in the right side body. And then exhale, trace the fingers all the way over towards the right side. We'll do that one more time. Inhaling, tracing the fingers over towards the left. Exhaling, tracing to the right. Inhaling back to center. We'll sit those hips back once again. Spread all 10 toes. Maybe walking the feet in just a little bit closer together. We'll sit the hips back, sweep the hands down on the floor to come up into chair pose. Reaching the hands out in front of us like we're going to give someone a big hug. Lengthening through the back of the neck, hugging our ribs in for stability. Hugging our thighs together, grounding through our feet. You got this. Hands are going to come together at heart center, elbows pressing left to right. Big inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to step forward with our left foot coming into a high lunge. Trust yourself getting there. It's all good. Left knee over left ankle. We'll inhale. Press the palms together, up and overhead. Let them blossom and open towards the sky. Take a look up. High lunge. And then we're going to exhale, open up towards the right. Hands come out in a T shape at our sides. Right heel drops down. Right toes point towards the left or right corner, or right front corner of our mat. And then we look forward past our left hand for warrior two. Big inhale here. Big exhale. On the next inhale, left hand goes forward, up and back. Right hand drops down. We look up towards the sky. Peaceful warrior. Front knee bent. And then we'll exhale to cartwheel through. Left elbow comes to our left knee. We reach the right fingertips up towards the sky, maybe looking up. Big breath here. Big breath out. And then right hand comes back down. We plant both of our hands and we'll step our left foot back straight to downward facing dog. Find your anchor here. Through feeling all the sensations underneath your hands and your feet. Big breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Slow walk. Hands come to the back of the mat. Inhale to trace the fingers over towards the left. Let the head hang heavy. Exhale, tracing the fingertips over towards the right. Inhaling back to center, we sit the hips down, we sweep the arms out and in front of us for chair pose. Big breath in. All four corners of both feet grounded down. You got this. Hard work here. This time, hands come together at heart center. Option to open up the heart over towards the left. Right elbow might start coming towards the left knee. Exhale to center, and maybe we twist over towards the left or right side, left elbow to right knee. Big breath. Wherever you are, let's step forward with our right foot coming in the high lunge. Hands can be on the hips here. Trust yourself, all good. Inhale, pressing the palms together all the way up and overhead before opening up. Deep breath in, high lunge. And exhale, opening up warrior two on the left side. Widening your stance if that feels good.
Arms reach out wide. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Next inhale, we'll send the right fingertips forward, up and back, reaching up towards the sky. Left hand to left thigh, back thigh. And exhale, work cartwheel forward, right elbow to right knee. Left hand up towards the sky. Smile, life is good. And exhale, listen carefully. Left hand's gonna come onto the left side of the right foot. Right hand's gonna come to the same. And we're gonna slowly walk the hands to center, spinning our right toes or right foot towards the side of our mat. Preparing for a wide-legged forward fold. Big toes are gonna come in just slightly. We're gonna keep a micro bend or generous bend in our knees as we allow the hips to go up high and the upper body to spill over for a wide-legged forward fold. You can use your blanket here to bring the earth closer to you. If you bring that in on the fingertips, or you might begin to walk the hands, the palms back to the middle of your legs, letting the crown reach towards the bottom. This is great for the lymphatic system, blood exchange. Deep breaths through the nose and the mouth. When you're ready, we'll bring the hands in front of us and slowly heel toe, the feet together. Let's make a nice slow roll all the way up to the top. Ragdoll. Mountain pose. We'll meet. Palms face forward. Feet together, arch to arch. Shoulders dropping down. Softness in the upper body. Stability in the lower body. We're going to practice tree pose, so we'll shift our weight over into the left foot, bend through the right knee, coming onto the right toes. We'll spin our right knee out, bring the right sole of the foot anywhere on the inner left leg. Hands can again be on the hips, or you might bring them to the heart center. Just playing here, making sure you're not sinking into that left hip, but really finding some stability. By pressing that in, finding some opposition. We'll be here for just a breath or two. You can explore reaching the hands up or to your sides. And then we'll let that go. Right foot replaces or comes back beside of our left foot. And then from here, we're just going to begin flinging or throwing something out in front of us, all the way up and down the body, side body. Just sporadic movement to clear some space. Almost like you're flicking water. We'll do this a couple more rounds. Clearing out space for something new, for fresh ground. All right, we'll find stillness here. Hands again to the hips or heart center. We'll come up onto the left toes, shift our weight over to the right. Spin our left knee out and begin by letting our left sole of the foot travel up the inner right thigh, or it can stay on the calf or the ankle. Finding a focus point out in front. You might use your left hand to help out. One or two more breaths here. And when you're ready, we'll let that go. Maybe shake that out a little bit. Nice work. We'll inhale to reach the hands up towards the sky. Exhale, swan diving forward. We'll sink the hips down, coming through to lay on our backs. Keep your blanket nearby. We'll come all the way down.
Hugging our knees up and towards the chest, maybe rocking a little back and forth. And then we'll let the soles of the feet fall to the ground, about hips distance apart, mat from each edge of your mat. You should feel your foot close to that. Hands can come to the belly. And we'll let the knees fall over towards the right. And really reach your right knee down towards the front left corner of your mat. And then we'll let the legs fall over towards the right this time. Left knee reaching towards that front right corner. Feel free to close the eyes here as we cool down the body. And you can begin to tick-tock or windshield wiper those back and forth. Back and forth. Well, lastly, if you want to take a happy baby, you can send the soles of the feet up towards the sky. Maybe grabbing the shins or the ankles or even the bottoms of your feet. Really relax through the skin of the face. Relax the tongue and the mouth. Press away from your hands with your feet or into your hands with your feet and pull down into your feet with your hands. We'll be here for one more breath. And exhale to let that go. We'll find our final restorative posture. Your choice to roll your blanket up in place underneath your heart space, or you can put that underneath the hips for a supported bridge posture. So whatever your body is calling for, you may just take a traditional Shavasana here. Choose if you want your hands on your body, on your stomach, or your heart space, or by your sides, palms face up towards the sky. We'll rest here, returning to our mantra anytime the mind chooses to wander. By repeating, I choose to let go of whatever that might be for you. Or I choose to ground in blank. Invite some deeper breaths into the body. Maybe softly begin moving the tongue around in the mouth and the toes, maybe the fingers. You can slowly remove your blanket or your pillow out from under your hips or your heart space. And come on to either side, pressing up into a seat. We'll meet where we started in our cross-legged seat. Hands on our knees, eyes closed, gaze light, whichever you might want to do here. Just sit up nice and tall. Notice how you feel, how that might have shifted from the beginning of practice. We'll bring our hands to heart center to honor that and each other and the big picture by bowing.